Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be discussing 4 key steps to becoming wealthy. Unfortunately, we were never taught these kind of things in school. However, these 4 key principles are useful to anybody at any age. Full disclosure, this is not a get rich quick type of video. Unless you were born into money or won the lottery, you're not going to become wealthy overnight. My strategy for growing wealth takes more of a long-term view, meaning you're going to have to grow your wealth year over year for a prolonged period of time. So the strategy I'm going to introduce to you is a very easy to follow strategy by following just 4 steps. However, you need to be consistent with this strategy in order to realize your goals. Again, don't expect to double your money overnight. And if that's what you're expecting from this video, then this video isn't for you. Just think of it this way. When you start going to the gym, you can't expect to build a Beyonce booty or Zac Efron abs after your first workout. Trust me, that's not how it works. This stuff takes time, and if you're not willing to put in the time, you're not going to see the results. You get what I'm saying? I think it's safe to assume that most people have a goal to become rich or accumulate a certain amount of wealth. But a goal without a plan or strategy behind it is just a dream or a wish. So on this channel, we're not dreaming, we're not wishing, we're gonna make this a reality. It's important to note that you're never too old to start building wealth. However, the younger you start, the better. I say this for one reason, and that's because the younger you start building your wealth, the younger you're going to start reaching your wealth and money goals. And this is because you give your money more time to compound and to grow. With that being said, being in your 20s or even 30s is not all carefree sunshine and rainbows as some people may think it is. A lot of us may have a ton of student debt, a crazy hectic career, and other struggles that keep us from building our wealth as fast as we would like to. Not everyone is on the same path and has the same financial burdens or expenses right now. But if you follow what I'm about to tell you, there is a really good chance that you will be able to grow your wealth exponentially over the long run. Okay guys, enough with the chit chat. Let's get into my 4 key steps. So my first step is to stop procrastinating. It's time to stop dreaming and start doing. Saving and investing is scary at first, but the longer you wait, the less amount of time your money has to grow. A lot of us believe that since we're still relatively young, we still have time to spend our money carelessly and that we don't really have to worry about our finances right now. We tend to put up saving and investing because we have no plan in place for the future. This is especially true for people who live at home with little to no debt or expenses. And I know this to be true because I had that mentality. I used to be one of those people. Unfortunately, when people have this type of mentality, it turns into a vicious cycle of, oh, I'm going to spend less next month because I went a little too crazy this month. And then next month comes around and nothing changes. Before you know it, 10 years has gone by, and that's a decade's worth of compounding interest and increases to your wealth. And unfortunately, this is something you'll never get back. So think of it as a lost opportunity. The second step I have for you guys is to create a budget. The path to becoming wealthy becomes easier once you get this process started. Knowing where your money goes every month helps cut unnecessary spending and expenses a little bit easier, and in turn helps saving and investing your money a lot easier as well. You may even be surprised as to where you waste some of your money, but having it in front of you helps it become more visual. Saving and investing is scary at first, but the longer you wait, the less amount of time your money has to grow. You may even be surprised as to some areas where you waste the most money because now it becomes visual. Let's say you make $150,000 a year and you spend over $140,000 of that on luxury vacations, nice sports cars, etc. You're never going to become wealthy because you aren't saving any money. Therefore, in order to grow your wealth, you have 2 options. You either increase your income or decrease your expenses. The ideal situation would be if you could accomplish both at the same time, which would give you more additional funds to invest in stocks or real estate, or even in yourself, and you could start your own business. So I have attached a budget template in the description below that I created and I use on a monthly basis, so you can use for your own personal use. Please feel free to download it and revise it based on your personal needs. Personally, I hate the frugality lifestyle, which is the lifestyle of clipping coupons and sacrificing things I love, such as sushi dates, to save money. Unlike a lot of people in the personal finance world, I'm not ashamed on spending my money on things I enjoy, like eating out, traveling, and buying nice clothes. And that's because I practice conscious spending. I'd never tell you to stop spending on things that make you happiest. Just do so purposefully and try to avoid mindless spending that comes from disorganized finances. Setting up the system might seem hard, but it's all about 1, automating your finances, and 2, just knowing where your money goes. So you're in complete control of the situation, which is again where creating a budget and tracking your finances come into play. Automating your finances allows your system to work for you and passively do the right thing for you instead of you constantly wondering if you have enough money to spend. Or getting your credit card bill each month and looking at it and saying like, I guess I spent that much. In other words, out of sight, out of mind is a great motto to use when saving. You can, for example, set up an automated savings or investment program so you don't even have to think about it. Okay, so the third step I have for you guys is to pay down your debt. Before you start saving or investing regularly, it's usually a really good idea to pay down the debt that you've accumulated beforehand. Let me be clear, when it comes to credit card debt, it is always the best idea to pay your credit card bills down in full, no matter what. Without getting too much into this, because I can rant about this for days, credit card companies charge the highest interest rates, anywhere from 18 to 27%. So it's always a good idea to pay down your debt in full and as quickly as possible. Do not fall for the minimum card payments of like $10. It's a trap, and it's one of the hardest and most terrible things to crawl out of once you fall victim to. As the famous Warren Buffett says, if you're willing to pay 18% on a credit card, you won't come out well. About 35% of Canadians carry credit card debt, and majority of those Canadians are millennials and students. I will be discussing the ramifications of credit card debt in a future video. It is just important to keep in mind that student debt as well as car loans also carry high interest rates, which will drag you down as well financially. So again, if you have credit card debt, your first priority should not be investing. It should be to pay off that credit card debt as quickly as possible and in full. Up until now, I've been talking about things that you can do to protect your wealth. Now I'm gonna get into how you're gonna grow your wealth. So my fourth key step to this strategy is, drumroll please, you guessed it, investing. So now we're going to be talking about how to make your money work for you. Investing is the best way to grow your wealth. There are many ways to invest, and you can be successful as long as you make wise investments and let time and compound interest work for you. Albert Einstein said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. Investing is simply committing cash to a financial plan, property, or other investment vehicles with an expectation of making more money in the future, a profit. There are many ways to grow money much faster than parking your money into a savings plan, earning 1 to 2% interest that's just gonna get eaten up by inflation anyway. And in a future video, I will be talking about different types of investments one should consider and how to invest your money. Yes, becoming wealthy is that simple. Make more than you spend and use that excess to invest wisely. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please give my video, if you haven't already, a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and please leave a comment below. Thank you, and until next time, bye.